Shane here, and I want to talk about schizophrenia. I happen to have schizophrenia, and it could be caused by the long term migraine, or it could just be that I have schizophrenia. But I am currently and will be for probably the rest of my life being treated for schizophrenia. And for people who, I know most people know what schizophrenia is, but not everybody knows what it does. Schizophrenia is one of the worst things that can happen to you when you have, when it's just it by itself. But when you have a migraine and you're not sleeping and you're going 3 and 4 nights without sleep, schizophrenia gets really dangerous. It's dangerous to begin with, especially if you're supposed to be taking a med for it and you're not, and you don't end up following the regimen. I've always followed the regimen. The problem was at the time was I wasn't sleeping, and I was in so much pain that I wasn't able to completely, the meds weren't completely working. So I saw stuff, heard stuff. I had to sleep with the lights on. I couldn't have the door open because of the shadows. Like, it got really, really bad due to the migraine pain and other reasons, of course, the insomnia and the nightmares, the night terrors, all that. It all played a factor, but into my schizophrenia getting really, really bad. And now that I'm on the right meds and I am currently have a doctor who is taking care of me and everything, when it comes to schizophrenia, the night terrors, the insomnia, all of that is being worked on so that the schizophrenia and the night terrors and stuff aren't super bad. But that doesn't mean that once I'm in good, like, mental state, that I'm gonna stop taking the pills. No. If you're prescribed something, that's usually for life when it comes to schizophrenia and insomnia and stuff like that, unless it stops working, and then you gotta go back to the playing field and see what else may work. But I was making this to talk about schizophrenia because not enough people share their stories about, like, what it actually does and what it can actually do. It really messed me up to a point where I had a mental breakdown. 2018. In 2018, December 28th and 9th, I had a complete mental breakdown because I wasn't sleeping. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I was just, my schizophrenia was completely going crazy. I was hearing The Wicked Witch and Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train, and I just could not sleep and I couldn't do anything. And I finally, my doctors realized my meds weren't working anymore, and within a week I was back to slowly working my way back up to a even kilter. And yeah, there's bumps every once in a while. It ain't a perfect system, but it's better than not dealing with it and completely ignoring it and just trying to basically go, oh, it doesn't exist, because that doesn't do you any good in the long run, because it does exist. It is there. You do have something wrong, or you could just need to go talk to someone. That might be the case, or whatever is, see a doctor, see what's wrong. But when you start to either see stuff or hear voices or anything like that, it's not a good thing to try and avoid and just go, oh, that ain't there, or go, oh, that's a one-time deal. If it happens more than once, then maybe you gotta look into that and see what's what. But I wanted to talk about this to bring light that there's a lot of connections when it comes to, everyone thinks that I have just chronic migraines. I have a migraine for over 5 years, but I have all this other stuff that's connected to it that just it piles on, and it really does get tiring. But you know, guy, you got to take the good with the bad, and you know, the good is I'm somewhat stable. I'm mostly stable and mostly moving forward and doing everything I can to keep going forward, and I'm trying to make videos to show awareness to each different disease that I have or have experience with, so that people who have it or don't have it but want to know more about it can, without there being any kind of like negativity towards it, because I just want to show what I've experienced throughout having it and being diagnosed with it and stuff. But for now, that's it.